Me. Unique New York. I couldn't do that and look you in the eyes. That was really weird. What's up, guys? Welcome to Us in the Middle for episode 12. Isn't that right, Chau?
I think we're on episode 12. I don't know. I've lost count.
Yeah. Maybe we should just stop saying it. That way we don't mess that up. Because what if we went the whole episode saying, oh, this is episode 13 when it was really like 14?
Oh,
that would confuse people.
I think with so much going on, and I didn't even think we'd make it out this far, honestly.
What do you mean?
Well, because, when you start something and then, you do a couple of one-offs here and there, and then lately we've been a lot more consistent than I anticipated. And especially with the feedbacks, has gotten me more excited and people are actually watching. I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of cool. I guess we're doing something right."
I concur.
I
concur.
Man, you've been smoking that crack.
No, I'm just being professional. That's how professionals talk, like doctors and lawyers.
More like pretentious, but I'll let that one. I'll give that one to you.
I concur.
So, interestingly enough, I came across some new Star Wars news. Unexpected. The Mandalorian. How much do you know about the Mandalorians?
Yeah, I just what I saw in that teaser. That's it.
Be honest.
I've never heard of that.
So you don't know the backstory or who they are, what they are?
I might, honestly. I just don't remember the name. So maybe if you tell me a little bit.
So, okay. There's Mandalorian. It's a race of people, just like regular-looking human beings on a planet called Mandalore.
Okay.
Now, that's why Mandalorian.
Right. No, I get it.
Okay, just putting two and two together. Okay, so the Queen of Mandalore.
They have a queen.
Mm-hmm. Or she could be. Well, I don't know how
they're
they
like ants.
Well, there's a queen, Satine, who is there's a direct connection between her and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh.
Yeah, they actually used to be lovers.
What? What? He never did the do.
Oh, he did the do.
Did he not?
He did the do.
He did the do.
He did the do.
I'm scissoring. What are you doing?
I'm doing the.
Oh, you're doing the. Yep.
Yeah, he did that. I think. I don't know. They don't go into it, but they were lovers. They were lovers, but when you're a Jedi, there's that you're not allowed to fall in love. There are rules that.
Right. That's why I never thought he did it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I mean, because.
Is this like in the books? Or what is this?
It hints. You actually explore quite a bit of the relationship in the Clone Wars series.
Okay.
So anybody who hasn't got so quick update. Star Wars: The Clone Wars is no longer on Netflix.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was removed April 7th.
So where do you watch it?
The Disney Channel.
Oh,
or the
no.
Disney app. So you gotta pay that
no.
$6. I know. So you do have to. If it was kind of weird when you brought that up, it felt like you jinxed me.
Really?
Yeah,
it wasn't me.
Well, I mean, I guess we should have. I should have saw it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not surprised, but the entire seasons will be on it. What I'm really excited about the Mandalorian movie is that it's I mean, let's be frank. Like the whole episode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7, 8, 9, the Rise of Skywalker. I mean, God, it's so drawn out. I think we're ready for expanded universe.
See, here's what's interesting about that though is I remember specifically after the fail of Solo, even though I liked the movie was
it wasn't
kind of
bad.
a failure.
Yeah, when you recommended it, well, it was failure. Okay. When you recommended me to go check it out on Netflix, even though I was a little hesitant, it wasn't that bad.
Right.
And
but I remember them saying specifically that they were going to stop making all of those. They're going to stop making those one-offs for a while.
Well, they need to.
The spin-off stuff. Well, isn't this more of like a?
Well, the spin-offs we really didn't need the spin-off. We needed an expanded universe. There's a whole book like library on expanding universe alone. So we didn't need spin-offs. I mean, yeah, it's nice. It's a quick moneymaker, I guess. But what got me excited, what got me kind of pumped toward the end of Solo was Darth Maul.
Yeah, that was random as shit. And I had to Google afterwards how that was even possible. I was like, I was like, that dude's dead.
Well,
he died in
because-
episode 1.
Well, he died in episode 1, but in the Clone Wars, the series, he's alive and well.
Right? Yeah, that's what I found out when I googled
Because
it.
you never watched, you never took time to watch. Yeah, it goes in. There's like there's a I wouldn't say a season, but there's a series within a season alone just for Darth Maul.
Okay, that's dope.
And it does talk about how he survived, and it like literally picks off from episode 1 where Qui-Gon Jinn sliced him in half.
Okay.
Yeah, it literally
Picks up from right there.
Right there.
That's
it picks up
awesome.
from right there, and it just like he's alive and well.
Obi-Wan's the one that sliced him in half.
Was it Obi-Wan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I keep thinking
Qui-Gon was over here.
Oh yeah,
like
he's
that.
already.
Yeah.
What was it? Liam.
Liam.
I'm gonna call it Lem.
Lem.
Neeson.
If I meet him, I'm gonna sell it.
Because
Hey, Lem.
what was it? The face that he made? He was just like
Something like that.
like a constipated look.
And then
I mean,
Obi-Wan's
it
like,
wasn't really dramatic. It was kind of like because it was just it was like framed up like.
I
right
think you're right
here.
about that.
Yeah. Do you have episode 1 on you?
On me?
Yeah. Or do you have it on a hard drive?
Oh, I have all the movies. Well, back when there was only 6, I got them all on Blu-ray as like a kit. But now I guess there's like 9, so I'm gonna have to rebuy that.
They're gonna sell it to you, and you're gonna spend.
I'm totally gonna. Yes.
So the trilogy was what, $30, and then it's like, oh, now there's a trilogy. There's 2 trilogies, which is 1 box set, which is now $60.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna resell you the entire package.
Yeah,
you
it'd
know?
be really cool to have the entire package. It'd be really great if they made an ultimate collection with all the like Solo and the Metachlorian, the Mandalorian. Is that what it is?
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
So what makes me I'm more excited about this than the Rise of Skywalker.
Really?
Okay, one, it's got Jon Favreau.
Yes.
You
He's a
know,
good director.
Great director. So
Good man.
You know he's got an indie film background. Like he comes directly straight from indie film.
Does he?
Yeah. Like his love is in like if you ever see the movie Chef,
No.
phenomenal movie. I'll give you a
What's it about?
well he plays as a chef
Okay.
and I don't and like you know his ex-wife is Cuban
Okay.
and they're still well I don't he's a chef. I mean, because like
Great
if I say
synopsis.
yeah, it's
Chow.
a great synopsis. It's a good movie, guys. Check it
Okay.
out.
All right.
Highly
All right.
recommended. It's a lighthearted comedic, you know, very family oriented that revolves around food,
I like families,
and I love food.
and I like food too.
You know, I love food. You can't.
Yeah. Sorry, I had a little sexual drive.
Whoa.
Yeah, I said that. I said that.
Well, we're gonna come back to that, so you hold on to that. thought.
Okay.
So Jon Favreau is like literally taking lead on this movie, which is awesome. And if anybody doesn't know, he actually was one who helped, who directed the first Iron Man, which was the beginning of the launch of MCU.
I didn't even know he was like the director of Iron Man until like the 3rd Iron Man, and I was
Really?
watching the like behind the scenes, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's so funny because he's the director and he's in it." And I was like, "He's the director?
Yeah, he's also
that fat guy in the background is the director." What?
Yeah, you know.
That's when I started looking into him. I was like, "Oh, this guy's pretty dope."
Yeah, I've definitely followed very closely with his work, and it's crazy because he's directed the new Jungle Book movie. He's now directing The Lion King.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. All
You
right.
know, not only that with the Mandalorian, there's Dave Filoni.
What's a Dave Filoni?
Dave Filoni is the director and creator for the Star Wars and the Clone Wars.
Okay.
So there's direct collaboration, and then Thor Ragnarok's director Taiki.
Oh yeah, he was funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He played what's that rock guy's name? I forgot.
Oh, I forgot his name too.
Last night, but
He was great in that movie though.
just like when he voiced that character's name, I was like, what?
Hey man, want to come?
Yeah.
It's so great. It's so great.
He's so nonchalant about everything, you know. And then when I looked into
Let's ask Dougie. Dougie's dead. It was so great. You know who used to say that? Dougie. It's great. It's great.
you know, he's from New Zealand.
Is he?
It probably explains like his softer approach, but like I don't know when he played I keep thinking Groot, but it's not Groot. It's
I don't remember his name.
yeah,
I really don't.
yeah. But it's just man, he was just brilliant, you know. And then he's directly involved with this movie. So you have 3 power players involved with the Mandalorian, and you know. I'm done with spinoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Solo was a bad movie. It's a decent movie. It's not terrible. It's something anybody can enjoy. I would definitely highly recommend that movie over The Last Jedi any day, any fucking day. I just feel bad for that movie because it was released right after the Last Jedi.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Yeah, so it was just like, dude, it's gonna eat. Last Jedi got so much bad press. That movie was gonna. I knew it was gonna suffer the consequences.
Yeah, everybody called it. They were like, "This movie's not gonna do well."
Yeah,
and it didn't.
And Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen
bit the bullet on that one.
Kathleen.
Well, again, it's like once you go woke, you go broke. You know that.
That's funny.
It's true.
That's really funny.
It's true. It's just like Gillette.
I've never heard that. I'm totally gonna start using that.
Really? Yeah. You get woke, go broke.
I love it.
I love it. But it was sad that they went through that. But yeah, man. Hopefully this opens new doors to the more expanded universe. And then plus, if you didn't know, like even on the backstory with the Mandalorians, a lot of the helmet design, like Jango Fett's helmet,
it looked like a Jango Fett sort of thing.
Yeah, because his helmet is Mandalorian design.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like Mandalorian design, and there's even a expanded universe. It's gonna go over like the back history of the wars they went through, military engineering, how it influenced like the rest of the empires.
It talked about that this movie is right after Episode 6, like 5 years later or something, and then the character is like an assassin or something,
bounty hunter.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Jango Fett.
I don't think it is.
Maybe it's the Mandalorian.
Yeah. They said it was a character you'd never seen, so
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, but you recognize everything, but if you do have access to the Disney app or the new streaming service, excuse me, go through the entire Clone Wars series, and it will fill in the gaps for you.
Okay.
And it's a good series. It's really good.
Everybody tells me that.
It's better than that new Rebel. The Disney release. I don't know. Rebel, whatever. I've only watched a few series.
That's how bad it is. You don't remember the name.
It's not bad. It's just it wasn't memorable.
They're making a Halo series on Showtime.
No shit.
Yeah, that's what kind of reminded me of with the guy looking all badass and everything, and the Mandalorian thing.
Yeah,
is it reminded me kind of Master Chief, and I was like, oh shit, they're making a Master Chief thing. I don't know what it's called, and it's not coming out anytime soon. They're about to start shooting, so it's gonna be a while.
Okay, so the writing, the pre-production's done. Yeah. Now it's going into. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, but they didn't release any more information.
They released who the lead actor who's going to actually play Master Chief.
He was a lead actor.
I don't remember his name. He's from Orange Is the New Black. One of the cops in that. But it seems really interesting. There's always supposed to have been like a good Halo movie, and nobody's ever made one, even though they talked about it for a decade.
Man, I remember Halo on the. What was it? Xbox 360. Like that commercial campaign was good enough. Or it was like finish the fight.
I was scrolling through my Facebook the other day, and it was like one of the best scenes in video game history. And it was a scene with Master Chief.
Yeah.
And he disables this bomb, and then he's like, "I'm gonna go give them their bomb back." And then jumps out the fucking spaceship. Oh, it's so cool.
He's heading toward the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's so dope.
No, so dope. It's really hard to top that expectation because it sets the tone. But it seems like live action isn't able to capture it, or the directors that are behind.
There's been one short film that really captured it, and then he was supposed to go on and shoot the Halo movie. The director who made that, he got hired to shoot the Halo movie by some big studio, and then it ended up getting canceled. And that's what always happened. But the short film he made to get that job, it's fucking dope. It is so fucking dope. Like it feels like it should.
Was it like a promo toward a game, or was it just
no? He just made it. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Do you know who the director is?
I think is the director for District 9. I think that's the movie he ended up making. Peter Jackson? No, Peter Jackson didn't direct. He produced.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. It was a new director on District 9. I think he was supposed to get the Halo movie, but it got canceled, so they gave him that movie. If I remember correctly.
Cancel this, we'll give you this one, though. And then we're going to cancel that one. But, how often do these projects get canceled? I mean, pretty often.
So
it sucks, but it happens pretty often in the movie industry.
Mm-hmm. And everybody's scared to take a chance because, most of the time, video game movies suck. So why pour hundreds of millions of dollars into one You know?
Yeah, oh man, Resident Evil was a good money maker.
Yeah, yeah. But after like the first two,
I know it's
maybe the third one was decent. After that,
and then it just went down.
Man,
it went downhill from there.
But a lot of people say they like those new ones better because they're more like the video games,
right?
But which is shittier
right.
for a movie.
Because it appeals to the cult fan base versus to the mass audience,
right?
Who aren't engaged or vested in with the IP as much as say like you or I.
Yeah.
So I can, from a business standpoint, I can understand why like you wouldn't want to dump that kind of cash. I know who's the director for what was it? The director for Predators. He's like this. Crap, I forgot his name, but he was. He's pushing for a Metal Gear movie.
Really? Mm-hmm. Metal Gear movie. See, I don't know if I'd be into that. Maybe.
Did you ever play Metal Gear?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not a lot though. I never like beat one. It's too much for me.
Really?
Lost
you don't
story.
like too much.
It's very difficult and it's like long and hard and.
Yeah, there's a Metal Gear Solid movie concept. Oscar Isaac. No, he's one of the Oscar Isaac. He's wanting to be a part of that movie. He's the guy who played. He was the lead actor for Episode 7 in Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Poe.
Poe, yeah.
Yeah, and then he was also Apocalypse, who turned out to be pretty short compared to everybody else. When Apocalypse is supposed to be this ominous character, it turns out to be like, oh, he looks like he's 5'4". That's cute.
My favorite role that he's in is Ex Machina. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Not yet.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Not yet.
He plays a great character, like
the
kind of guy I wish I was, except not so alcoholic like he is. But really cool character.
The first time I heard about him was literally Star Wars that introduced
really?
me to, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know any of his movies before then. I know, well, hopefully the art concept, because the art concepts they were pulling up definitely garnered a lot of interest. You saw Metal Gear Rex, what the environment would look like. A lot of depth. And I don't know how they're going to execute on the story. I think they're done with the script. Don't quote me on that one. But time will tell.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if they did cancel it. Just after what you had said about like Halo, and it's like.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see that get off the ground, but I don't know. I mean, how long has that stupid Uncharted movie been in the works for? I mean, geez.
I think there was an old Uncharted movie, but it had nothing to do with the video game.
Well, they're making an Uncharted.
Like that's directly from the video game?
Yeah. I think Nathan Fillion was pushing to be in it, but I think they passed him up because I think he's too old, I think. I'm not sure. He actually made a little short film where he was Nathan Drake.
It's the voice.
It was awesome.
His voice. I could see who's the actor who let's see. Let me look up this other actor. He was Far. Did you ever watch Firefly?
Firefly. Oh yeah. That's the same guy. Yeah, Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, Nathan Phillips. I could see him being Nathan Drake.
Yeah, exactly. And he wanted to.
Oh really?
Yeah, and that's what I was just saying.
I thought
film.
it was somebody. No, there was another voice actor who did. Who played Nathan Drake?
Oh, if you mean for the video game?
Yeah, for the video game.
Something Peter.
Yeah,
Peter Madison. What's the name of the guy who voices Nathan Drake?
He's my man.
I know he's your man.
Hold on.
Peter.
Google. I'm gonna feel so stupid.
Yeah. She loves him. Huge fan, and she doesn't even remember his name now.
Nolan North. He does the
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nolan North.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. But his voice would be great for it, but his face doesn't
really match the face or the.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's got a good personality. But I would say you'd have to get Nathan Fillion to. He's definitely let it go.
Yeah, and I think that's why they ultimately decided not to go with him. I think they went with some younger kid or something.
No, they should have went with Nathan Fillion.
I agree completely.
Like all you do is spend a little extra money, get him back into shape, because that's what they did with all the Marvel actors and actresses. Is like, no, go fucking hit the gym. Oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna stick with these meal plans, like strictly until you get back into shape, because like you can do it's a 90-day training session. And just,
I can see that. Yeah.
You know, I mean, like a really strict routine regiment with the trainer and nutritionist. You know, you get your blood pressure checked, making sure that you're able to do things that because nowadays like actors and actresses want to do their own stunt because they feel like they got something to prove to their fan base. You know, I did this stunt.
I knew you couldn't do it.
You know,
I knew you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You could not go one episode without talking about Captain Marvel. You couldn't do it. Look at you. I was actually going to tell you before the episode. I was going to make a joke. It's like, let's see if you can do it. I forgot to say it. And now I'm glad I didn't because that's just so funny.
Because
to me.
okay, so what's the who's the guy who played Thor? It was him and Brie Larson.
No, I've seen the interview.
Did you saw the interview?
Yeah, I saw the
like
interview.
he was giving her a compliment, comparing her to Tom Cruise, who does all of his fucking stunts, and then she just goes on a just rips him one. It's like no, I do my own stunts. Like, dude. He was putting you on the same pedestal as Tom.
He was kind of making fun of her, but in a nice way.
Yeah, but to be compared to Tom
He was
Cruise,
basically saying, "Oh, the next Tom Cruise over here," and she said something like,
"That's an open door. That's an open door to play off of that." Like he wasn't being malicious.
Right, it was a joke.
You're right.
It was a joke,
a guy joke. But
Yeah.
Male toxicity. What the fuck ever? God damn, that woman just. She was great in Kong.
Because everybody knew what he was talking about. They all knew that he's talking about Tom Cruise because
she flips her
Tom
nuts.
Cruise is famous for doing all his own stunts recently.
Yeah.
And she just flips out about it. She's like, thank you. It's like
You don't want to be compared. I would love to be compared to Tom Cruise. You know, to get that
yeah,
compliment.
she should have said damn straight. That's what she should have said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just own it.
Yeah.
Like, I would have owned that. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he was giving you props. Like, I know it was, like, jokingly, but I would have owned that one real quick. I was just, ugh. Like, he was trying to open the door so you can walk through it. You know, and you just, she's not witty. She's not charming. She has no charisma. It's like, even her interview, like, one of her interviews, I forgot with who. I mean, it looked like she was, like, playing Hillary Clinton in some blue suit. I don't know, but whatever the fuck ever. Sorry, dude.
That's all right.
You knew I was gonna go there.
It's really funny. No, I guess this time you had a reason because it was back in the news. But
Well, it was on it just popped up on my feed. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
yeah,
god damn it. Yeah, and it was unavoidable. But whatever the fuck
it
ever.
was unavoidable.
You know, I'm still excited for the Mandalorian.
Yeah, no, it looks cool, man.
You know,
Looks cool.
Interestingly enough, okay, Will Smith is investing in esports.
Really?
Yeah, it's this team. I think it's a team called Gen G. Don't ask. I didn't know.
Sure.
Yeah. It's, ironically that you said that. It's geared toward the Japanese market.
Of course it is.
Apparently, okay. So it was interesting. Interestingly enough, I found out that. And I didn't notice, but they were saying that esports isn't big in Japan.
Really?
Exactly.
Of all places. Really? That's weird. I wouldn't expect that.
Oh,
That's
man, I was
very counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, exactly. Like like when I first heard about, when I first heard about this, like that it's not big in Japan. Like it's big in South Korea, and then who's their neighboring country? No, not North Korea. No, not China. Neighboring, as in like a few hundred miles off the coast.
Taiwan's off of China.
Japan. Talking about Japan. I was saying Japan, like a few hundred miles from South Korea. I was referring to Japan. Follow me here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about who's close to Japan.
Moving forward, I know you're big on VR. I'm just now entering into it. VR esports. And I'm interested on like what new content comes out from game developers as VR starts to progress and advance. I mean, you're already part of it. Like, what if you came up
pretty good about that?
I mean, that's exciting. Like, what if you came up with a game or released some content that was PvP?
Yeah. See, here's the thing, and I think this is why it's going kind of slow, is because you really have to have a big player base to make it sustainable. And so far, there's been very few games that have been able to do that. Echo Arena is one of the few, but pretty much everyone that comes out with a multiplayer game in VR, it kind of dies like a month later. So it's just sort of the
Too early.
It's,
early.
there's they might have I don't know 100 active users, and it's like that's not enough to fill servers and to keep things going.
There was this sports narrator or sportscaster named Colin Cowherd. 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 And there was some beef between him and Mark Cuban about because Colin was saying that esports is esports is not a sport and gamers aren't athletes, and then Mark Cuban came out and defended them, and told them to fuck off or whatever. Yeah.
Does Mark Cuban have like an esport team?
Yeah, he's got an esport team.
Of course he does. Okay.
He's heavily invested in it. I do remember what he said verbatim. It's like playing 4D chess. Like, and he even got on stage and started playing with the guys, and like even like 10 minutes in, he was breaking a sweat. Like you could see the anxiety start taking over, and like you see all these guys just focused.
I've still never played League of Legends.
It'll stress you out a little bit.
I bet.
And then once you start working up the keyboard, it's like, all right, I got this, and you're able to anticipate, your next move and what the next player is going to do. So you slowly, but actually because it didn't take me long to get into it.
Okay.
It's just there's like some microtransactions you just don't want to pay to upgrade to the next character. I'm like, yeah.
I see. Is it like it's not pay as you win though? Like it wouldn't.
No, it's not pay as you win.
Okay.
It's just more cosmetics and new characters.
Okay.
Yeah, but you have to buy like their in-game currency to trade in for. You know how that works, right? But yeah, so I'm excited to see what VR esports going to look like.
Yeah.
I think, you said it yourself. There's a lot of potential in VR.
A lot of potential.
Why not
and
VR
honestly,
esports?
I think its biggest potential is probably esports, because then you really are like an athlete. Like,
boy, now you're physically
doing everything. So it's like I could see that.
I want the melee attacks. I want to see somebody get punched in the face with like.
It's ridiculous.
What?
It's ridiculous.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So did you hear about the PS5 stuff that they've been talking about?
I haven't really fully kept up with it. I know there's been some talk about it being like fully. It's a rumor. Don't quote me on this one. That you're able to play all previous games down to PlayStation.
I just heard PS4. I could be wrong though.
Yeah. I mean, again, rumor.
Yeah.
That was it. But again. Everything's a rumor, blah, blah, blah. Just like, you know what? I'm just going to back off because, like, if I get my hopes up high, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Well, I think they came out with some, like, official stuff for it, sort of announcing it. And it's not coming this year. They highlighted that, which makes me think it's coming next year.
2020.
So pretty close. It's going to have a Ryzen chip in it, so I thought that was interesting. And then it's going to have the AMD graphics card. And it says, I don't believe this at all. It says it could support 8K. I don't buy that.
Oh, I did read that.
I don't buy that. The reason I don't buy it is because when they announced the PS4, they said it was going to support 4K, and it didn't. Like they said it was going to, like, almost up until the day of launch. And then it didn't. They were like, no, you have to wait for that. They said it was going to be an update, like a firmware update. It never happened. Never ever happened.
I would say what they'll do. Okay, I know how this is gonna work. What they're gonna do is it's gonna start with 4K, and they're gonna send out like a patch, and it upscales. Doesn't mean it's 8K. It just means it's 4K that's been upscaled to fit a resolution. So it doesn't mean you got all your what is it? Because the resolution is a count of lines going vertical and horizontal. Right. It just means that it's been stretched out to 4K, and then you're gonna have like some. Not so pixelation, but there's a technical term where they take the smearing to where it gives it that smooth effect to trick the eye. That it's like no, I don't see that happening. Yeah. Do we even have 8K TVs now? I'm sure they exist, but I'm sure they're super expensive. 4K TVs existed 12, 13 years ago, but they were around $50,000. I Googled it because, we had a Red, and I was like, I want to watch Red footage. How do I do this? And it was like $50,000. I was like, no. God, that's ridiculous. Damn, my camera was only $20,000. Seriously. It's like... The TV costs more than the camera. It's ridiculous. What the fuck, anyway, man? I'm sure that's where 8Ks are at right now. They're probably less. They're probably like 10, 20 grand, but still. Well, 8K is going to come out. It's going to be like $60,000 now. Yeah, you might as well trade in your Mercedes-Benz if you want one. It's ridiculous. But, yeah, that was the only part of it I found ridiculous.
Other than that, the SSD on it is supposed to be super, super fast. They said faster than anything you can currently even buy for PCs. So that's interesting.
Well, I mean, it's no surprise that consoles is now closing the gap between with its I guess its brethren's, the PC master race. You know, you know that there's that gap between the two audiences, like, you know, like, everything's better on PC. It's like, I get it, I want a PC, but I'm more console.
Right.
You know, so I can defend both, but it's like, but I like the convenience of just plug and play.
Yeah, and that's what consoles have going for them. They're just easier, and everybody likes a TV and a couch. Not everybody likes a computer, chair, and a desk. Well, so I can see
anybody who puts that kind of money into a PC wants that experience. It's a different experience of mouse and keyboard.
Right.
And who knows? You know, maybe the PlayStation 5 will be more mouse and keyboard friendly.
I can see that. The consoles are starting to go that way. So that's really interesting. I know the Xbox is doing it. I'm sure the PS5 will do it.
We'll do what we can to update everybody on the PlayStation 5. Until then, we're gonna have to wrap it up.
You're wrapping it up. Oh. Go ahead and wrap it, Chau.
And then before I tap it.
No, see, I'm wrapping it right now.
Oh, you're gonna throw it down?
Yeah.
Right now. I'm waiting, dude.
I'm done.
Okay.
Go
ahead. So, guys, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. And you can follow his finger. He's pointing, and you really like the finger.
I have magical fingers. That's what my wife tells me.
Yeah.